Tickets were $20. All the money goes to the fundraiser. We're headed to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. It's the first time in years that I'm allowed to go. Literally, if you just watch this documentary, you are entered to win prizes from my fundraiser.
She donated $150.
Wow. Maddie.
And she said it was her grocery money.
Maddie, no!
Alicia said, tell Rachel I'm sorry I can't buy her Christmas merch because I spent all my money on your fundraiser.
Hey, that's okay.
Colleen doesn't donate the money, she keeps it, and she's a scammer and a horrible person. She's terrible, and none of you should be supporting her in this cause. And I'm like,
Oh, she's not eating.
Oh my god.
That is fine. Meanwhile, the screenshot was fabulous. Whatever.
I'm headed to the Children's Hospital with Kory.
Want my pizza?
What is she? You should give her the Amazons.
Maddie, you can eat my merch.
Charity fraud. Charity fraud is the act of deception in order to get money from people who believe that they are making donations to charities. And if there is one thing I know about the people here on YouTube, is that they do not like deceptive practices.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Colleen Ballinger is an American comedian, actress, singer, and YouTube personality who is best known for her popular YouTube channel, Miranda Sings. She was born on November 21st in 1986 in Santa Barbara, California, USA. Ballinger was raised in a creative and musical household, and she began performing at a young age. She attended the Azusa Pacific University, where she majored in vocal performance, but she dropped out after her junior year to pursue her passion for performing. In 2008, Ballinger created her first YouTube channel, where she began posting videos of her original character, Miranda Sings, a tone-deaf, self-absorbed, and comically untalented singer. The character quickly gained popularity, and Ballinger began performing live as Miranda, gaining a devoted fanbase. In addition to Miranda Sings, Ballinger has also created other YouTube channels, including Colleen Vlogs, which features behind-the-scenes glimpses of her life and career, and Psycho Soprano, which is a personal channel where she shares her thoughts and experiences. Ballinger has also ventured into traditional media, appearing in television shows such as The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon and The View, as well as Victorious, and in films such as Haters Back Off, which is based on her character Miranda Sings. In 2018, Ballinger announced her engagement to fellow YouTube personality and comedian Eric Stocklin, and the couple welcomed their first child, a son named Flynn, in December of the same year. Ballinger's success on YouTube has led to numerous accolades, including a Steamy Award for Best Actress in a Comedy, a Shorty Award for Best YouTube Comedian, and a Teen Choice Award for Choice Web Star Comedy. Despite her success, Ballinger has been open about her struggles with anxiety and depression, and she's used her platform to raise awareness for mental health issues. Overall, Colleen Ballinger has become one of the most popular and influential YouTube stars, known for her comedic talent and her ability to connect with her fans on a personal level. However, there are some that would say that this was too personal. Now, Colleen Ballinger has been called out on numerous occasions due to her style of content, as her content is usually and primarily geared towards preteens, kids, as well as teenagers. And many have felt that her content has been inappropriate or even sexual in nature. From her inappropriate behavior around minors in live shows, to even her situation that took place 2 years ago between herself and fellow commentator Adam McIntyre when he was a minor. Because Colleen Ballinger sent Adam McIntyre at the age of 17 some lingerie. She has since addressed this in an apology video. However, there is one reoccurring scandal that Colleen Ballinger has refused to address, which is her annual November charity drive and fundraiser, which has left many fans and spectators asking, where's the money? Her lack of disclosure surrounding the finalized raised amount of money, as well as her method of fundraising, have garnered a lot of questions, which, after a lot of investigation, led many people to realize that it's possible that Colleen Ballinger may have had some of this money that she had fundraised deposit directly into her bank account, opening up an entire window of speculation. And just as a disclaimer here, I do want to note that I'm not here to say that Colleen Ballinger hasn't donated any money to charity, as a large donation is made to the Children's Hospital of LA and /or Family Reach every year. This information can be found in their annual reports, and she's usually listed within the 100,000 plus bracket as making a donation for herself and /or her business, Miranda Sings LLC. So there is a donation of sorts. Just her audience and fans and naysayers alike just want more transparency. But every time this question is raised to Miranda and her team, the people who ask these questions, they are met with accusations that they don't care about dying kids with cancer. I shit you not. So with that being said, join me as we investigate the dark side of Colleen Ballinger's philanthropy, the charity fraud scandal. Okay, so every year in November for Colleen Ballinger's birthday, she likes to do a charity fundraiser for various different children's cancer charities. These two charities tend to be either the Children's Hospital of LA or Family Reach. Now, the fundamental problem that fans and naysayers alike have with this charity drive is the fact that Colleen Ballinger collects the donations through a company called Fundly. And many believe that she is using Fundly because the money from these donations get deposited into her bank account, therefore could be a likely tax break situation. Of course, all of this is all alleged. Now, the interesting part about all of this is that Family Reach, as well as the Children's Hospital of LA, both have options for you to fundraise directly with them as a collaborative effort. As you can see from this page, there is a section here that says become a fundraiser, and you can click on that and put all of your details in to fundraise directly with Family Reach, meaning that we could bypass the whole Fundly thing. And if you're wondering to yourself, why is Fundly such an issue? We will touch on that a little bit later. And as you can also see here on the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, you can see there is a fundraising page where you can once again click on it and create your very own fundraising page, meaning that there is an option to bypass using a third-party application in order to collect donations for these charities. Because again, there is a way for this money to go directly to the charity and not have to go through Colleen Ballinger's hands. Now, you're probably wondering to yourself,
Paige, why does it even matter if it's going through Colleen Ballinger's hands? I mean, she's doing a charity drive, she is doing a fundraiser. Does it even matter as long as it goes to the charities? And you have already admitted that this money is going to charities and there is
documentation
as such. So why are you picking on Colleen Ballinger?
Well, the problem is not with doing the act of charity. Charitable donations are amazing. And anybody who has the ability or the financial resources to either donate themselves or to start a charity fundraiser is commendable and should be commended for doing that. However, the issue is directly with Fundly. So let's take a look at Fundly. So if you go to the Fundly website and go to the Fundly FAQs and go to the section where it says, does it cost anything? This is what it says there. It says, whilst it is free to create and share your online fundraising fundraising campaign, Fundly will deduct a 4.9% fee from each donation that you receive. A small credit card processing fee of 2.9% plus 30 cents will also be deducted from each donation, meaning that a substantial amount of the donation money will be going directly to Fundly. So why use Fundly as a platform, especially when the Children's Hospital of LA as well as the Family Reach both have fundraising platforms that are hosted by Tiltify, meaning that the money it is that you as a subscriber would donate would go directly to the charity. So why does it have to pass through Colleen Ballinger's hands? Well, this is where we come into a grey area, because there's a lot of people who are believing that Colleen Ballinger may want this money to go directly to her first before giving it to the charity, because there is a tax break incentive for charitable donations in the state of
California.
So the thing is, the people of Reddit have been able to research documentation to support the claim that it could possibly be a tax write-off. This is what it is that they found. There is documentation in the past years that she has donated to a 503c non-profit charity, which would be considered with the IRS to be a charitable contribution, and in turn would decrease her taxable income, a tax write-off. The questionable part is the use of Fundly, which would be considered person to person, money changing hands, i.e. fans to Colleen. Here's the deal: when she's asking fans to give a gift for her birthday to a Fundly page, then this is where she has the legal leeway to do whatever with the money. Again, I think it's telling that the charities are not tagged in her promotions on social media. However, when she gives the money to charity, it's called a donation. These two terms change the legality as I understand it. She is walking on a razor's edge with the legality of what she's doing, and the use of her wording is everything in the legal sense of wrongdoing. A note from HR and Block says a gift is not considered to be income for federal tax purposes. Individuals receiving gifts of money or anything else of value do not need to report the gifts on their tax returns. So essentially, by Colleen Ballinger using Fundly in order to gather donations as gifts for her birthday, it's not necessarily fundraising, it's classified as peer-to-peer fundraising. A fundraising strategy in which individual supporters host personal campaigns to collect donations from their friends, families, colleagues on a charity's behalf. This approach can help a charity organically expand its reach to a new, previously unreachable pool of donors. And here's the thing, with these fundraisers, sometimes Colleen will host these live shows that will be broadcasted on YouTube, etc., etc. And for the past year and a half, possibly even 2 years, YouTube now has an option for you to fundraise directly inside the platform, meaning that as long as the Children's Hospital of LA or Family Reach are registered charities in the United States, there is literally no reason why Colleen couldn't just fundraise through the platform that she is utilizing the most, YouTube. There's no reason why Colleen Ballinger can't do a fundraiser directly through the Children's Hospital of LA as well as Family Reach directly. So that leaves the question of why. Why use Fundly, a website that is taking almost 3% of the donations given, as well as an additional 30 cents per transaction, when you can legitimately just skip all of that and put it directly to the charities that need it? Is there a personal incentive? Or is Colleen Ballinger just really not that smart? But these donations are being made because, as you can see here, Colleen Ballinger is listed as one of the donors for the Children's Hospital of LA. She is also listed as one of the donors for Family Reach. But as you can see, we're only given bracketed amounts of how much it is that Colleen Ballinger has donated. We know that it's over $100,000. But considering how many fundraisers Colleen Ballinger has done over the years, we still to this day have never been given a specified amount of how much has been raised, with detailed proof, which led a lot of people to question why so little is being donated from one of the biggest content creators on the platform. One Reddit user was talking about a content creator that they enjoy called Lil Simsy, who does Sims content and game content on YouTube. As you can see here, Lil Simsy has 1.8 million subscribers, as well as a couple 100,000 on the platform Twitch, which feels minuscule in comparison to Colleen Ballinger, who on their main channel has 8.6 million subscribers. And then if we go and check out Colleen Vlogs, she also has an additional 3.4 million subscribers there. And then if we were to go over to her Miranda Sings page, has 10.8 million subscribers over there, as well as her weekly podcast channel having over 264,000 subscribers there too. So Colleen Ballinger's audience literally drowns Lil Simsy's audience in comparison. But this is what this Redditor had to say. Lil Simsy fundraises for childhood cancer research through stream. I decided to take a look into how she actually sets up her fundraisers to see if there was a reason that Colleen wouldn't be using the same platform. The platform Simsy uses is Tiltify, which specifically is made for charity stream. It lets non-profits sign up so any streamer can connect and the money goes directly to them. There is a 5% fee, but that is really the only downside. It also shows how much Lil Simsy has donated as well. What stands out the most to me is that with the 1/8 of the amounts of followers as Colleen, Lil Simsy raised $366,000 and donated $13,000 herself, which makes me wonder how much of a cut Colleen is taking, considering she has 7 million more followers. So as you can tell, many people, a lot of people in fact, have a lot of questions. But if you ask those questions, ooh girl, you're gonna get attacked. So many people have been having questions for several months now, and you can see it all over the comments of Colleen Ballinger's socials. Hence why I'm kind of surprised that nobody's really covered this yet, besides another phenomenal content creator who has made an amazing documentary to do with Colleen Ballinger called Snark After Dark. Definitely go and check them out because their video was insane. But on Colleen Ballinger's socials, you can see that people are really upset with the way in which she has decided to collect these donations. Somebody said, "Can you be more transparent about how this benefits you come tax season? I feel like this is a tax write-off." Somebody else says, "No, it's not a business expense, nor is she an organization when she donates her own P." Then somebody said, "Money, then yes, that would be a tax write-off." Then somebody else said, "But since all of the donations aren't made directly to the organizations, they are given to her and then she allocates the funds how she feels fit. Then doesn't that mean that they are made from her and that she can write off the lump sum?" Somebody else says, "In this case, yes it does. Fundly deposits the money into a personal bank account. If Colleen was hosting a fundraiser on the Children's Hospital of LA's website where the money was going directly to them, then it would be through fundraising. The money goes through Colleen first instead of directly to the foundation, making it a donation and not fundraising. Will you be compensating the difference for the 3.5 the third party takes when having to donate to you? Why not directly have your fans donate to the charity? Why don't you have people donate directly to the organizations rather than having them donate directly to your bank account? Why don't you post receipts of your donations?" Somebody else posted, "Scam," and so on and so forth. And an interesting thing it is that I figured out whilst doing some research about this is that Family Reach as well as the Children's Hospital of LA both use Tiltify. Now Tiltify is a platform that also will take 5% of donations, meaning that not only is this having to go through Colleen as a middleman with the almost 3% takeaway from Fundly, as well as the 30 cents her transaction through Fundly is also then going to be donated from Colleen to the charity, where Tiltify are then going to have to take an additional 5%. So overall, in terms of percentages only, we're looking at 8% of all donations being taken by third-party applications. That's crazy. But obviously, seeing the adverse reaction on social media on Colleen Ballinger's socials when talking about her charitable donations and fundraising, Colleen Ballinger decided to respond with this, saying that her haters hate the fact that she is donating money to kids with cancer.
This was the first year ever where I was receiving like hate while I was doing the fundraiser. Like usually, I mean, I'm used to, like, I'm on the internet. I've been on the internet for over a decade. So like I know that comes with it. Part of the job, these hate comments here and there.
What's the internet?
I don't know, Lovey. I don't know anymore. But it used to be, I've been doing the fundraiser 7 years or 8 years. I don't know, a long time. And I've been on the internet for a bajillion years. And yeah, this was the first time where I saw people, and people were saying crazy things. I was like, what? They were like, Colleen doesn't donate the money. She keeps it. And she's a scammer and a horrible person. She's terrible. And none of you should be supporting her in this cause. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to help kids. Like, I'm fine with people. Like, I get people don't like me, and that's fine and fair enough, you know? And normally I'm like, oh yeah, that just kind of comes with the job. Okay, it's hard and it's frustrating and anxiety inducing most of the time. But, you know, it is something that unfortunately happens when you are in my line of work. But during a fundraiser, we were raising money for kids with cancer. I was like,
whoa,
what?
Dark.
Why are you trying to stop people from helping these kids? It was so bizarre.
But it's not just Colleen Ballinger's response that is absolutely wild, ludicrous, and crazy. There is also a friend of Colleen Ballinger's, an assistant of hers called Kory, who began responding to the hate also. Hate, if you want to call it that. He posted to Twitter an interaction it is that he had on TikTok, and this is what Kory had to say. Is Colleen ever going to prove to us that she has actually donated the livestream money and didn't pocket any of it? ? Kory said, wow, what an idiot. You do the work. Call Family Reach. Call the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. Call the families that watch their child die. There's your receipts. You call and they will tell you how much she donated. And then these allegations continued to swirl on Twitter, and people hopped in on the discussion. One person said, so when we call these charities and their families, do we ask how much Colleen Ballinger individually donated, or Miranda Sings LLC, or some other DBA that she operates under? Kory responded with, like I said, you do the work. I already know the truth. You defend your bold lies. That's not my job. To which the person responded, I just want to make sure I'm not wasting my times of the parents with dead children when I say, hey, did you actually receive this money? If I know the name it was donated under, then I'll cause them less grief, instead of, you know, the fundraiser simply being transparent. A fan replied with, I don't know if you realize how insensitive you sound. She does a fundraiser every year and is very passionate about the cause, and it seems like you're searching for a reason to be negative. Why be so cynical about her doing such a wonderful thing? And this is the thing, people aren't being cynical. Like, sometimes when I read some of these snark threads and stuff like that on like Reddit and stuff, I can't wrap my head around how people have time in the day to do some of the things it is that they do, or say some of the things it is that they say. But when it comes to donating to charity, things have to be clear, has to be concise, and it has to be transparent. And I, for one, don't understand why Colleen Ballinger just won't show people the money. If I'm donating to a charitable cause and people are calling me out of my name because they believe that I haven't donated what I said I was going to donate, I would be quick with the receipts to shut you up, honey. Because essentially being accused of charity fraud is not anything that anybody ever wants. After this encounter, Kory decided to leave Twitter entirely, removing all of their previous posts with this cryptic tweet that says, bye Twitter. So I don't know whether Colleen Ballinger maybe told him to chill out and ease up, or whether that was a personal decision of his, but it just kind of left people with even more questions than answers. So Kory asked people to do their research and find out how much exactly was donated to these charities, and for them to do the work, and for them to ask the families of dying children if they received a donation from Miranda Sings LLC or Colleen Ballinger. And that's exactly what they did. The people of Reddit are ruthless, bitch. So somebody posted, Family Reach responded to an acquaintance of mine who donated to the fundraiser and chose to attempt to seek information from the Children's Hospital of LA as well as Family Reach. They were surprised to have gotten a response from Family Reach with the exact amounts per year. However, alongside with Children's Hospital of LA's massive brackets, there is still no clarity as to the deduction/expenses and whether Colleen is making one donation to Children's Hospital of LA and being acknowledged under both Colleen Ballinger as well as Miranda Sings Inc. Or if the two are from individual donations, one under each, which would be personal plus under business donation, equaling 2 tax breaks from 2018 to 2022. So as you can see here from the receipts from 2016 straight through to 2022, we do have relatively wide brackets as to how much has been donated, meaning that again, we have more questions than answers and no clarification and no transparency. But these aren't the only issues that people have found with Colleen Ballinger's fundraiser. There is also the fact that she gives out these VIP packages, these gifts as incentives for people to donate that were hand packaged and lovingly wrapped by Colleen and her team. And she doesn't select the users at random or users that have actively donated. She chooses the users based on how active they are for Colleen. Take a look at this clip.
I want to find someone who really wants this prize. That always is the worst part about me. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, you guys are all so sweet. Everyone's saying so many wonderful things. Okay, how about next one I see I'm going to do. This is very stressful. Okay, Carson met Colleen. I'm going to follow you back because you're following me. Karsyn. You're promoting the fundraiser. You said donate to childhood cancer. So thank you for promoting it. And here is the name here. So thank you so much. You win a $25 gift card. Congratulations.
Making this quote unquote giveaway unfair, which also in turn violates the YouTube's rules and guidelines when it comes to giveaways. On top of that, there were some fans who ended up winning the giveaway who've claimed to have never received their prize. One fan ended up winning a Starbucks gift card, and when they received it, there was no money on the gift card. Another fan detailed that they also didn't receive their gift from Colleen. They said, Colleen fandom, I feel so bad asking this, especially publicly, and I am truly just happy to have had an opportunity to donate. But I'm seeing people receiving their stuff from the fundraiser, and I can't help but feel like I'm missing out. I was picked to win a few things through the Funly, and I have checked my email extremely thoroughly, and I see nothing. I hate to post this, but this is the second year that this has happened to me. Absolutely no hate to anybody involved. I know Kory works really hard and it's just a fluke. I just wanted to see if anybody else was picked through the Funly and maybe I missed the email. I checked in every crack and corner to find everything from Funly chat or Kory and I see nothing. Thank you in advance for the help. So this fan had not only had this happen to them once, but twice, 2 years in a row, which also goes to show how Colleen Ballinger more than likely chooses the most active users of her fan base rather than like randomized donors, which is what she should be doing as per the YouTube rules and guidelines, which is where she's hosting these giveaways. But again, this isn't the only problem that Colleen has been having when it comes to these allegations of quote-unquote charity fraud surrounding her fundraiser. A lot of people have been donating to previous years of her fundraiser because Colleen Ballinger never takes the previous years down. urging the question of how many donations have been donated since the close date of the fundraiser? And is that money going to charity? So as we can see here, Colleen Ballinger has been using Fundly in order to collect donations for her fundraiser since 2018. And on several occasions, people have donated to the wrong year of fundraiser. For instance, as you can see here with the recent fundraiser it is that she did with Fundly, there is somebody who has donated $15, and that was only 28 days ago from today's recording. This has also happened in the 2021 Fundly page, as well as the 2020 Fundly page. People are donating outside of the fundraiser, and that's leading the question, considering that this Fundly money will be going directly to Colleen Ballinger, if she's collecting that money or donating it to charity. Again, transparency. I don't personally see anything wrong with keeping these fundraisers open if people want to continuously donate, but if they are continuously donating, you do then need to prove to your audience where the money is going. There is also another situation pertaining to donations and such, where people were being told that they could be a part of the VIP giveaway prize draw if they watched a particular program on Netflix. But then that also again goes against the YouTube's guidelines for giveaways and competitions and things of the like, because there's no real way to verify that these people actually did the things it is that you asked them to.
This documentary she did called Weed the People, that's what it's called by the way, Weed the People. I highly recommend this documentary, and in fact, I know I say if you donate, you're entered to win prizes at the fundraiser. Literally, if you just watch this documentary, you are entered to win prizes for my fundraiser, because one of the best ways that you can help kids with cancer is educating yourself on it.
And again, I don't think that people, even the naysayers, are being unreasonable here when they are asking for clear and concise transparency. Essentially, we hope that all of the money is being donated to dying kids with cancer, as Kory so elegantly put it. So in conclusion, transparency in regards to how much money has been donated from a YouTuber or a person of interest from them to a charity is of the utmost of importance. Not only does it help build trust between the charity themselves, the public figure, and the public, but it also ensures that the funds are being used for their intended purpose and not a trust me bro moment. With transparency, donors can feel confident that their money is going towards its intended purpose and making a positive impact. And the charities can demonstrate accountability and credibility. So this whole rigmarole way of getting people to donate to charity is honestly only doing a disservice to the charities themselves. And regardless of people's thoughts of Colleen Ballinger, her past, her present, her integrity is at question here. And as a content creator who has done numerous charity fundraisers, there is nothing that gives me greater joy than seeing the sense of community that brings. The last charity fundraiser that we did for survivor.org, we were able to raise over $2,000, and we were able to hopefully help positively impact some people's lives, even if it is just my small community of us doing it together. Ultimately, transparency is essential for maintaining the integrity of charitable giving and promoting, through all of us, through this community, a sense of social responsibility. So people having questions isn't hating, it's being socially responsible. And Colleen is responsible for finding a more effective way of fundraising with the facilities that are available to her. Because if she wasn't so incisive on being the middleman in a financial transaction between a charity and her fans, she wouldn't be in the middle of this horrible situation. Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. I just want to say a massive shout out to the Colleen Ballinger Reddit, because all of this information was there. I've just compiled it and made it a story, so hopefully you guys can hear it and maybe think about it and ask those questions. It's socially responsible for you to be asking these questions. I also wanted to give another big shout out to Snark After Dark. I ended up watching his video by request of one of my subscribers and ended up loving it. So if you guys want like a full synopsis of Colleen Ballinger, this situation amongst the plethora of other situations that Colleen has been in, definitely go and check out their video. I will leave it in the description box down below. With that being said, I also wanted to say a massive thank you to my members, my Patreons, as well as my Twitch family. You guys are continuously holding me down. Thank you guys for watching today's video, and until next time, you beautiful, amazing, badass bitches, be socially responsible. Ask those questions, and it's not weird to ask it, it's right to ask it, okay? And Colleen Ballinger, please don't sue me. Okay, bye.